Most of the times, they will have rehearsed what to say. You understand? Once I see her, I say this, I say this, I say this. But because at times the ladies, it seems complicated, the guy get confused when he see her. So you will be like, um. When you are hearing please give him the audience so that it can flow. Oh, because it's not easy for a guy to stand in front of a lady. He has fought so many forces, he has summoned so many courages, and probably the liver is failing him. Having said that, marriage is a sweet thing.
Oh, yeah. Amen.
Marriage is complicated based on human knowledge, but marriage is simple based on God's knowledge. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Marriage is not for the wise. Marriage is not for the smart. Marriage is not for the complete. Marriage is for those who want to be wise, who want to be smart, and who want to be complete. Having said that, to the topic, living and cleaving. What does the Bible mean by a man shall leave his father and mother and cleaves to his wife? Back to the question our sister asked. Marriage is not meant for babies. Is that okay? You want to do something from your wife? You ask your mother. You want to do this? I want to talk to my mother first. But if you want to sleep with your wife, do you tell your mother first? No, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. You want to do this? My mommy. No, the place of my mommy is very, very important. I don't joke with her. But when you want to sleep with her, you don't take excuse from your mommy or take other. Mommy, it's time for action. Can I go on? Alright. So please, the person on the computer, you have to press like twice for the topic to come up. Is that okay? Living and cleaving. Our text is Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. Please, you are going to see some errors. The reason is I typed in capital letter, then I used sentence case, and I was given a gentle reminder, so I had to send it. The person I'm talking to should understand what I'm saying. Alright. What does it mean to live and cleave together? According to Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. It means for you to say you want to marry your wife or to marry your husband, there are some basic requirements. And this requirement, number one, is what? You must be mature. And mature in what aspect? You must be spiritually mature for you to take that decision. Like we said, marriage is not meant for babies. Physically also, you must be what? Mature. Is that okay? Please go back. Then, psychologically, you have to be mature. Is that okay? You have to be mature psychologically. Then, emotionally, you must strike a balance. Financially, please, have something doing. You must not be rich, quote and unquote, but something that can sustain you and another person. I hope I'm communicating. Good. Then, morally and socially. So when we say cleaving and living, it means that you are what? Detaching yourself from what? From the support, financial, from the support, emotional, and from the control of your parents. You are now matured to a level that you will now become what? An independent entity. That's why you see that when you are going to marriage, they give you certificate. And nobody can practice now until you are certified that you are what? You are fit to practice. A medical doctor Cannot say because I've gone to medical school for 1 year and I want to practice. No. Before you can start practicing, you'll have to go through the process of training. And after the training, they will say, okay, you are fit to begin to practice. They give you a certificate. That is what marriage is. Your parents, yourself, your pastor, and having gone all through these stages, you will assure that, okay, I want to go on with this woman. I want to go on with this man. I hope I'm communicating. Yes, all right. Now, when something happens to your family, or you are trying to kind of, okay, this is how we do it in our own house. It doesn't work in marriage that way. What works in your own house doesn't work in our own house. Your value system is not a value system, especially when it is cross-cultural marriage. Like me, I can say I married from a different country because I'm a different nation. The woman I got married to, she's from a different nation, but we're in the same country, Nigeria. Nigeria is made of so many nations. If you understand what I'm saying. Yeah? Nigeria is made of so many nations, if you understand what I'm saying. So what I'm trying to say is this. Don't hold or consult your family, even past lives, including ex-relationship, because some of us, we may want to compare our wife with some of our girlfriends that we have. If it were to be Sarah, if it were to be Abigail, why don't you end with Sarah or end up with Abigail, if that is what you want? They are not up to what you want. That is why that thing did not work. And this person you have gotten, let her be the queen of your life. Next slide, please. Next slide. Please press again. Oh my God, go back. All right. What does it mean to live and cleave together? No. Next slide. Next slide. What's happening? Okay. Ephesians 5:25, the Bible encourages the man to love his wife, while the woman's responsibility is to what? Submit. The woman, if I hear a woman say, I love this guy, I love this guy, I try to look at it in the Bible. Where is it written that the woman should love the man? It's an aberration. It's the man that will love you. And from the love he has shown unto you, you what? You submit. Is that okay? You what? You submit. And the man, for the fact that God says the woman should submit to you, don't see yourself as all in all. Don't see yourself as the leader or as the master. It doesn't work that way. Let me tell you the truth. It is even easier to submit. Because whether we like it or not, here in China, what do we do to the authority? We yield to the authority. Right? But do you love what you are doing? It's difficult to love than to submit. It's difficult. If you go back to the slide, please. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 9. You will see what the Bible says. Please, let's project it. Ecclesiastes 9, verse 9. It's a very important Bible passage for the man especially. Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of thy life of vanity. I didn't write it. The Bible wrote it. Which he hath given thee under the sun, all the days of thy vanity, for that is thy portion in this life, and in thy labor which thou takest under the sun. So all the man has to live for is what? To love his wife with joy, not happiness. Because happiness is a momentary thing, but joy is a continuous thing. It's something that you cannot express. You are just happy. You are not happy. Happy is, but joy, you are, there are some marriages whereby the way you are comfortable with your wife or your husband or your spouse, staying out with your friends or hanging out with your friends will be like you are cheating on her or you are cheating on him. Because you always want to be around him You always want to be around her. Is that okay? So the responsibility of a man is to love the woman, while the woman should what? Should submit to the authority of the man. Go back to the slide, please. Now, responsibilities. Both the man and the woman have roles to play for the survival of their marriage. This responsibility should not tilt. It shouldn't be that it's the man that wants to make the marriage to work, or the woman. Both of you must work, must agree. Iron sharpeneth iron. If one is carrying and the other one is pulling down, the marriage cannot work. But all of you must agree that I want this marriage to work. I have to play my part. You have to play your part. Next slide, please. Proverbs 22:6. It is the responsibility of both the man and the woman to train up their children in a godly way. The responsibility should not be relegated to only one person. You know, in Africa, or I don't know whether it's applicable in other places, when you see a child that is doing well, the father tends to take the glory. That's my son. Did you see her? She's my daughter. She's doing well. That is why. But when something is wrong, can you see your daughter? I know, she follow after you. It shouldn't be so. God created us to complement each other. And the sole responsibility of the husband and wife is to what? Is to bring the kingdom of God. To make it heaven on earth. Kingdom of God, heaven on earth. To draw people. That is the essence of marriage, to draw people to his word, to his kingdom. So we must, as a matter of fact, join hands together when it comes to what? Taking the responsibility of our what? Of our children. Now, sex. God designed sex in marriage to bring the couples together as one flesh. Genesis chapter 2 verse 25, Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 11. By following God's design, married couples can enjoy their sexual union without feeling of shame or guilt. If you marry somebody and you are ashamed of seeing the person's nakedness, or she's ashamed of that, for what? I want to sleep with my wife, then it's only the clothes. God forbid. God forbid. The Bible says, and the both of them were naked and they were not. Alright. Now, who should initiate sex between the man and the woman? Who should initiate sex in the marriage between the man and the woman? Woman. Is it the woman? Is it the man? Woman. The both. The both. If the woman is interested, she knows how to play the game. If the man is interested, he knows how to play the game. Then please, you know some men, they are very funny. They don't joke with their wife on other days. Anytime you see some men smiling with their wife, the wife knows that the man wants to come to the other room. You understand? And some women again, it's an aberration for you to demand anything from your husband before having sex with you. It is an aberration. Let me tell you one thing. When a man wants to have sex, and all the signals are set, you understand? And you ask him, please, I want the whole of China. The man will say, I will give you. Let him finish. Ask him, do you remember your promise? He said what? Promise? Me? What did I even say? You say you promised that you are going to get me the whole of the man will say, come on. It's not possible. It's not possible. So please, we should not treat sex. We should treat it as what God designed for both you and me to enjoy. Please, when it comes to sex again, I know in church we don't like saying it. We look at it and, it's unholy. And it's killing so many marriages. Please, let's work on our sex lives. Very, very, very important. Amen. You see, that's the problem. You think it's a joke. But so many marriages have crashed because of sex. And the simple reason is this. The man is having issue. He doesn't want to open up. The woman should come and lie down like a log of wood. So please, let's spice up our sex relationship. I know why I'm saying this. So many marriages have crashed. And the reason is this, some of us, we have what we want. But because we feel, oh no, it's unholy. It's unholy. We don't say it. See, discuss your expectations. Try new things. Rice, you can eat it as jollof rice. Rice, you can eat it as let's like this. Alright. House help. Please. When it comes to house help, it's very, very, very important that both the man and the woman should agree. If need be that you want to take an house help, please, first and foremost, sit down. Not that the man will just say, oh, my wife, you are working too much, and go and bring somebody, a total stranger. No. Or the woman just feel, oh, I'm suffering too much in this house. Only me. I will go to market. Only me. I will go to work. Only me. The children. You have to sit down and agree. We need an house help. What kind of house help do we need? Then you pray. And most times I advise, if you want to get an house help, please get a teenager. It is easy for you to mend and tailor the way of that teenager. But if you get somebody that is already grown up, it's difficult. It's difficult. I'm not saying it's not possible. You understand? But it is easier to handle a teenager. Because anybody you are getting as your house help, please, don't treat the person as an house help. Treat the person as your own. If your own child goes to a school that they pay 5,000 RMB, don't take that house help to a school that you go and pay 500 RMB. It's evil. It's evil. If you want an house help, look at the name. House help, not a slave. Is that okay? So please, what you can do to your child should be what you should do to your what? House help. Some people are very funny. What they will not do, or they will not allow anybody to do to their own children, that is what they will do to other people's children. Don't forget, they have fathers, they have mothers. If you were to be their father, and you come to see them in the hardship they are being subjected to, how will you feel? Now, please, when it comes to the responsibility of the house help, it should be restricted to the word house chores. Upbringing of your children, your kitchen, please don't surrender it to your word house help. Because you can see the face, you can't see the heart. And the person cannot train your house. The outsider cannot do what you want. You can only attempt. You understand? But it is you that know what you want. It is you that will train your children, train the house up. And you try to what? Strike a balance. Please don't relegate your kitchen women to your house help. So many house help have become landlady. As a result of what? The woman feels, I'm too tired, let her go and cook. I'm too tired, let him go and... The house run into problem. The Lord will help us in Jesus' name. Next slide, please. Broken system. Jeremiah 17 verse 5. Thus says the Lord, cursed be the man that trusted in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord. The workability of our marriage should not be a function of, one, our parent experiences. Your parents may have it rough. You may be, oh my God. I think I'll just read through the slide. There's no more time. Our parents' experiences, that's whether we are product of failed marriages in terms of divorce, violence, maltreatment, infidelity, on the part of our parent or relations, should not be what? A determinant of what? Or a yardstick by which we use to what? Measure our own marriage. The next one, we must not base our